That's me, that's Tom. That's...
Did you say that?
Actually, I hear somebody shouting speech.
So here's what I've got prepared earlier.
Notes about this weekend. So, what you knew about this weekend? I knew nothing about the weekend, as you all know. My face. But I think it would be amiss of me not to say a few words, so I'm going to say just a few small words of thank you to everyone. But first of all, I thought it would be nice to say how beautiful the ladies look tonight. How, in the multiple words of what I said about 37 years ago, how a good scrub-up and a bit of makeup makes wonders. Actually, I wanted to say tonight we had a conversation now on our cycle life. So, in terms of people thinking it wasn't a surprise to me, it was a massive surprise. But everybody that's here came up in one way or another in the conversation, which actually is in itself is quite amazing. So, what I thought I would do in this little speech is just to mention everybody that's here tonight one way or another, and in no particular order. So, if you're at the bottom of the list or at the top of the list, it doesn't mean favouritism. But I thought I'd start with Tom and Laura and Inke, because they are the youngest. And Tom, the best looking.
The best looking.
Tom and Laura, great young people, fabulous partners, fabulous couples together. We love our kids, and we all, I say this with all sincerity, it's an absolute privilege to be the parents of Tom and Laura. Especially Laura, because she He knows I'm kidding. He is my best mate. We have a fantastic relationship, and
you did.
One mate.
You're all packed up now, Dad.
I'm not coming in on Monday.
I quit.
He knows I love him. But a little story about favourite parenting and how this might change. And this actually happened today. So we were talking about the cycle ride and how hot the weather is in Greece and Italy, and you know, you're 40 degrees and at night time it gets really hot, and I said, I don't like this continental thing with putting sheets on, you know, this very, you get a really lightweight sheet and you put it on. I just don't, I get why they do it, but I just don't like it, so I like something a little bit heavier on top of me. Even if at the middle of the night I have to throw it off. And Laura said, oh, Dad, does that mean you throw Mum off? I think you've got a bit of making up to do with your mother. Yeah, so thank you for everything that you do for me and your mum, and thanks for being here. It's great to see you. tell you, Marie, my big brother, who I shared a fantastic childhood with, absolutely did. We were inseparable, and which is no surprise because our mum dressed us identical.
You've seen all the pictures.
Even though we weren't twins.
We're the same
Anybody hasn't
underpants.
seen the pictures for proof, believe me, everything we wore was identical. It's the weirdest thing. And I'm sure she would have done it until we were in our 20s if she'd have had the chance, but I think at some point we became independent. So we have a big family. Trish is here and all our extended family and our cousins, the O'Hearn family and the Regans and the Neils. It's a huge family and it's always been very close. And I love all my family and I love my brothers and I love growing up with my brothers. We had a great time. But your big brother is like either special or not. whilst you love your family, let me tell you now, this is with all sincerity, I was in love with my brother. I was in love with my brother. I liked him, and I am absolutely delighted.
Do your feelings mutual?
And Terry's doing what Terry does the best. Terry production. I guarantee that this video, when Terry's finished, will be fabulous. So thank you very much, Terry.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
John and Ali, my little brother followed me everywhere. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know where he is. Except I've lost him.
If there was anything, there was Malcolm, it was John. He went everywhere with us, we took him everywhere. We had a fantastic time with him. I know we lost our mum when he was young, but he was just there, wasn't it? John was just there everywhere. And we had a great night the other night in Fire with John and Ali and Maddie. Scarborough. Scarborough? And we had fish and chips, and I'm surprised that I'm eating fish and chips again so quickly after going to Scarborough. We had a great night.
Finally.
Went to the East Coast, man.
John is John again. It's fantastic to see him. He's great fun. He looks fit as he did 10, 15 years ago. Happy, entertaining people. He was always brilliant at entertaining people, at the conversation, and just being a great joker. And it's great to see you back in the room, John. Unfortunately, our little brother Chris couldn't be here tonight, but let me tell you, if he could have been, he would have been. So, Trish and Steve, but no Steve. Steve's not here tonight, and Trish is extremely happy about that. What can I say about my big sister Trish? Because that's what she is. She's been in my life since day one, and I can't remember a time without her. She's more than a cousin. She's a massive part of our family and our friendship as well. And we don't do much without them, really. We don't do much without her. I don't know, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
She's lip reading.
Trish is 70 this year.
No!
It must be a secret, man.
Absolutely fantastic. To prove that age is just a thing, a number. She's great fun, she's always up for a party. She's been skiing for 18 years, and she's got to 3 minutes now. So we're hoping for the next 10 years, because Rich will keep going to, she might get to 4 or 5 minutes, but it doesn't matter how long it's for, Trish, you just love doing it, don't you? And you're just great fun. So,
Yeah.
Trish, that's 4 minutes longer than I can do it for. Steve should be so lucky.
Nicky and Alex, wow. I always say, if you're going to have a party, you've got to invite Nicky and Alex. A party wouldn't be a party without them. And Alex is there just for balance. She is absolutely amazing. We couldn't have half of the fun we've had over the years without Nicky being around. And Alex, of course. Alex is singularly the most calmest person I've ever met in my life. until a dwarf is introduced to the situation. And a wheelie bin. And whilst I've got a lot to talk about here, if you want to know about that story, you need to take Alex to one side and ask him how he leapfrogged a dwarf in Schladming. It's one of the most
Don't ask him if you're on a 4 foot
It's one of the
tower.
most funny stories you could hear, and it tells you that he's as mad as she is when he wants to be.
Yeah.
But just to give you an idea of the madness that is Mrs. Nicola Bennett, she came out to Schladming one time with a group of friends that she'd never met before, and they were flying out together to come out to see us. By the time they got to Schladming, they were all best friends. They spent time at the airport, a few beers, got to the hotel, more beers, even better friends. We went to Charlie Carr's. Many people in here know Charlie Carr's. Nicola got more and more drunk and promptly jumped off of a shelf, something as high as this, just leaped into
flash dancing.
She just leaped into the dance area without any thought about who might catch her. Fortunately, one of these new friends stuck his arms out to catch her and timed it wrong. She fell on top of him, he broke his ribs.
It's not even skiing.
Not even skiing.
First night.
So off we went to the Chinese. Nikki had more drinks. If anybody has ever seen Nicola when she jumps like a puppet, so she sits down and her head. She told me she needed to go to the toilet, but she didn't make it. Gaynor being Gaynor, said so.
She's my saviour.
Don't worry about this, Nick, we can deal with this. You've got black jeans on, nobody will know. It's our secret. Nobody needs to know.
They don't know why.
It's our secret. It all came back to the room, to the Chinese. Sat down, Nicola next to Gaynor, Nicola doing Nicola's head. And Nicola just goes, I've pissed myself! Promptly endorses it. Life wouldn't be the same without you, Nick. And over the years, that's some great fun. And long make.
She got black jeans.
Don't put that on Facebook, by the way.
I'll edit it out, don't worry.
Mickey and Cars. Salt and vinegar, fish and chips, bubble and squeak, Martin and Gaynor, Mick and Kaz. Wouldn't be the same. Or, as my friend called it, shiny.
Shiny.
We met in 1979 and we've been part of the Palmer family ever since, and that is a very special thing. We've been best friends forever and we've done just about everything you can possibly do together, and there's more to this.
Get those keys in the bowl.
Yeah?
We couldn't want for better neighbours. Mick and Kaz are absolutely fantastic.
Did you say you were moving, Karen?
Gaynor and Karen are fantastic together. On full floor, it's an absolute privilege to watch the fun that they have. And if anybody hasn't seen it, they don't need a drink, they can just have the most fun, and that is a true friendship. I've never seen Gaynor so upset as when Karen had a very serious accident last year, broke about every single ligament of her body, every bone in her body, dancing on a bale of hay. But to be fair, she was drunk at the time. So. Gaynor was absolutely devastated and beside herself, and that shows you the strength of their friendship and their relationship, and long may it continue. Mick will do anything for us at his hourly rate. He's a great mate, massively loyal, massively supportive, massively reliable, and massively reliable.
Oh,
Lives are so much better for being part of Mick and Karen's lives. We've got so much more to do, and we're going to do it. Mr. and Mrs. Finer, Mick and Kath. We met in the 80s, market trading, what a character he is, and we had some fantastic fun with Mick and Kath in those early days. And I became effectively known as Mad Martin, can't even get it out. Mad Martin. From us blagging our way into the Leeds games, to him leaving his jacket, his leather jacket on the chair of drifters and running away without paying for his Indian.
No.
It was a spectacular game of do and be done. And there were far too many stories for me to sit and tell you tonight, but they're hilarious and he knows them all.
So I left the chaos earlier last night.
Our lives got busy and we drifted apart, kids, business and everything else that comes in the way. But we got back in touch with Mick and Kath about 4 or 5 years ago and it's been fun ever since and I'm absolutely delighted that we did. The only thing he's not up with is WhatsApp. The amount of messages I send him and I think, does he look at them and go, push up on that and
Teach you later.
he's got some of the funniest stories to tell. He's a great character and I love listening to Mick's stories. He makes me laugh and he makes me happy. He came to Slavin with Kath for New Year a few years ago. They don't ski, but they fancy coming out and doing a bit of New Year's snowing. Took them sledging. Cost me €200 because he lost the sledge over the mountain and all we could do was laugh. But we had a great time. So thank you for being here. It's great.
Oh, you're welcome.
Dobbs and Megs. Hey. My old mate Dobbs from our stalking grounds in Holden. We go a long way back. We were kids together in the heady days in the brown cow. We did some serious drinking and we enjoyed every minute of it. And when you were young and drinking, we were drinking for England, weren't we? From dancing in the rain puddles in Portugal to those boozy New Year's Eve nights in Ponte Carlo. With the kids, with the Sutcliffes, and with that sheep that I got taken a picture of in the toilets. It was a blow-up sheep. Bit up there. And of course, our drunken cycle tours in Laban. Dobbs was never at his happiest than when he was at Leeds City Varieties panto throwing sponges.
Oh no, he wasn't.
Throwing sponges.
Oh,
Is everybody happy?
Yeah.
It's great to be friends with Dobbs and Mags and we're looking forward to our next drink in Laban. I had no choice but to go because when Dobbs is angry, he's very angry. So somebody give him a snicker.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Mark and Susie. Whoa, you're on the list. We met Mark and Susie through Nicky and Alex on a cycling ride about 9 years ago. They've become great friends of ours. Gainer thinks that me and Mark are in the each other. And we are.
I've seen the pictures, how could you not?
We hit it off from day one and it's been a fantastic friendship ever since. And our love of cycling makes sure that we have plenty of time together and we see lots of the countryside. Susie's not into cycling, so Mark makes it up and buys 16 bikes so that he can ride them all himself. I can't say anything other than I just love Mark. We have a great friendship, we have the same sense of humour. He makes me laugh, he laughs at my jokes. That's all I need to happen. So, great that you're here, mate. I've saved this one for last because it's going back. Roy being here tonight is extremely special. I absolutely love him. Everybody knows that serious incident this year, and it's just amazing that he's sat here looking like nothing happened.
I've got the strength from all this family and my family to bring me back up.
We met when we were 11 at school and we became great friends from day one. Our school days were just one big laugh. We never learned a thing. We didn't do any work, we just turned up and messed about.
We went on to do great things.
Our teachers weren't very happy with us, but Auntie Margaret...
Was that down to the women behind
Margaret
them?
Freeman, who Roy met 40 years later, thought we turned out alright.
Andy's wedding.
Yes.
But with Roy, there's always a cock story. And I have the most special cock story. We were 13 or 14 years of age at the time.
Is this true, right?
And we were in Spanish class.
yeah.
I don't know why we were. I have no idea why we were in Spanish. We couldn't speak Spanish, but we were in Spanish. And we had some homework. We had some homework to do, and the homework was we had a picture of a man, and we had to point to various parts of his anatomy.
And the woman.
And the lady.
That was Father Espanol.
And in Spanish we had to identify what the jacket was and the trousers, and we handed our homework in after I did it. And next week in class, Mrs. Lynn, who was favourite of Terry's, Mrs. Lynn gave all the books out to all the kids, and everybody got the book except for me. I thought, where's my little book? I didn't put it in my homework. And Mrs. Lynn said, Martin O'Hearn, yes miss, can you come up here please? I went up, there was just one book on the table, and it was my book. And she got the book and she opened it up and she said, what's that? And I looked, and there was a picture of the Spanish guy with a big cock. And I looked at her and I said, that's a cock. She went, I know what it is. How did it get there? And I said, I have no idea. I said, I don't know. At which point, she truly believed that I didn't know. And she looked up into the class, and there was one person out the whole class with his back bent down under the table, with his head in his bag, laughing his head. He put his head in his Adidas bag, thinking that if he couldn't see her, she couldn't see him.
I was shaking that laughing me ever.
He had intercepted my book, drew a cock in and handed it.
Oh no, I do some tits on one of them.
Suffice to say,
You do know I'm sending this to Mrs. Lynn, you know you do know that I still know Mrs.
great,
Lynn.
she'll love it. Mrs.
Mrs.
Lynn,
Cartwright.
Great story, isn't it?
You might get a better mark.
He got suspended. Mrs. Lynn believed me, I didn't.
I had to go up to Mr. Carroll because he was the head of third year or whatever he was, and I had to explain to him what I'd done. And he told me to go home and tell my mum. I went home and said to her, Mum, they need to see you at school. She went, what for? I said, well, I've done some drawing in my mate's book. What have you drawn? I went, you know. I am going to school. So I went back to school. Mr. Carroll, I said, my mum's not coming. And he says, why not? I says, my mum's not coming. If mum come down, she'd chin you. So it didn't happen. And then exactly, where's your button off your shirt? They were missing. I had my tie on down here. And they says, I'll see you tomorrow. Sew a button on. I wanted. So I'd gone home and there was a big blue button. I know it didn't even fit through the wall. I put this button on my shirt and I come back to school. I'm not kidding, took ruler out. Give me what for? That was it, and I couldn't do no. My mum believed me.
45 years later, it's still a great story. Roy and Diane's lives have mirrored ours in just about every part of the journey. Roy and Diane met at the same time that me and Gaynor met. They got engaged at the same time that me and Gaynor got engaged. They got married at the same time. Our kids were born at the same time. We have taken and travelled that road together. It's been a fantastic journey. Great friends then, still great friends. I love them to death. So pleased you're here. So pleased, especially that you are here. I've missed somebody.
Who?
A massive, huge thank you, not just from me, but I'm sure from everybody here. To Gaynor first of all for being Gaynor. I mean, that is special in itself, isn't it? Setting up there, but for organising this weekend, which, you know, believe it or not, was a massive surprise for me, it really was. All that you've done has been fantastic, the organisation of it has been fantastic. It all comes about from my 40th when I didn't get a party. I told everybody I didn't want the party. I told Gaynor I didn't want the party. And when I did get a party, I was upset that I didn't. If you can work that one out, then that's fine. But that's where it stems from, and that is why this is happening tonight. Gaynor is my best mate. She's massively supportive of me, except for wanting to get a motorbike stuff. She's a brilliant person. She supports me in everything I do and we do and what we do as a family. If I could have half of the qualities that lady has got, I wouldn't even still be confident. 5 weeks and we didn't have a single question.
You ain't even come for all that time. You have to be miles apart.
Because we were a mile apart. So, here's to my very best friend. And my toast, particularly to Gaynor. And that's it, folks.
Well done, Martin. Happy birthday, Martin.
With your hand resting in mine, I feel a power so divine. You're my world, you are my night and day. You're my food, you're every prayer I pray. If our love ceases to be, then it's the end of my
Well, I think I have everybody here tonight. To have Martin and Gaynor in our lives because we've had so much fun over the years, haven't we, Roy?
We have.
We've had lots of
we have.
fun. And to spend the weekend with you guys and the special weekend that you've made it has been absolutely fabulous. I didn't expect anything less from you, Gaynor, because I know what you like moving on. But it's been lovely for us all, I think, to have this over the weekend. So we're really happy.